Hello for everyone. Today we want to tell you about Chinese wedding traditions. Today we tell about how Chinese people celebrate their wedding. The wedding lovely, lively, and full of color. Chinese weddings are luscious affairs that are as much about the happy couple as they are about their respective families. A celebration marked by rituals and traditions, many symbolic aspects focus on blessing of prosperity and happiness for the couple from both friends and family members.
Both families perform the hairdressing and capping rituals for the bride and groom. Similar to many other cultures, the groom then goes to the bride's home and is welcomed by the bridesmaids. Both families are formally introduced during the tea ceremony and together they drink Cao Chun, a Chinese tea. After the Cao Chun tea finished, the couple would receive Lai Si, a lucky red envelope given by the family that is filled with money and sometimes jewelry. A feast is served at the end of the wedding ceremonies.
Choosing the wedding date. The date of the wedding ceremony isn't chosen by the chance. Many couples consult with a fortune teller, Chinese monk, or feng shui master to choose an auspicious date to bring success to their marriage. The couple's Chinese zodiac sign, birthday details, surprise birthdays preferred to the grooms will play a big role in choosing a date that is perfect fit.
There are the details that are reported for everyone wedding. Everything here is like regular wedding. They are wedding ceremonies, wedding registrations, and the photography and video. The invitation, the Chinese wedding invitation is typically red with gold lettering and is the double happiness symbol. Inside it will include dates for the wedding banquet, order of birth, and names of the bride, groom, and respective parents. For wedding, where guests may not be familiar with Chinese costumes, a red pact may be included with the invitation.
Traditional Chinese wedding dress. It is a Chinese tradition for the bride to wear a red dress called the qipao and to cover her face with a red veil on the wedding day. In Chinese culture, red symbolizes happiness, prosperity, and good luck. Today, modern weddings call for the bride to wear a white bridal gown and shirt pulled down throughout the evening. Many modern brides also change into a forced dress at the end of the ceremonies to stand of their guests.
Chinese wedding banquet. This is a very lavish and usually expensive affair. Once the dinner begins, the bride is changed into a traditional red Chinese wedding dress. In traditional Chinese culture, both sets of parents would have separate wedding feasts. Many foods are considered symbolic in Chinese culture, like the whole fish for abundance and sweet lotus seeds for dessert, which symbolizes a wish for fertility. At a banquet, the couple should drink half of a glass of wine tied with a ribbon. The newlyweds then switch hands and drink the remaining half. According to the legend, which will help the newlyweds to love each other firmly and for a long time.
Picking up the bridge. While Chinese wedding traditions have modernized and no longer involve a large procession, the journey to pick up the bridge is still a lovely affair. It can involve anything from the use of firecrackers, playing of drums and gongs, or even a line dance troupe.
The exchange of vows. 3 days after the wedding, the bride and groom visit the bride's family. At this time, the bride is no longer considered a part of the family, but still welcomed as a guest. The groom is expected to present a roasted pig and enjoy a meal with the rest of the family. Including both traditional and modern elements in a Chinese wedding can be exciting for relatives and fun for your friends of different discipline. Chinese wedding in the Los Angeles area create beautiful photos and memories that last a lifetime. If you are planning a Chinese wedding, these are a few Chinese traditions to think about when planning your wedding day.
Picking out a gift for a Chinese wedding is usually pretty simple. That's because instead of gifts, Chinese wedding guests is typical give a red envelope called hongbao. If you go to a wedding, the money in the red envelope should have a value equivalent to a nice gift that would be given at a Western wedding. It should also have enough money to cover your expense at the wedding, for example, your meal and drinks. If a wedding dinner costs anywhere $75 per guest, then the money in the red envelope you bring should be at least $75.
This concludes our presentation. We have told you some wedding traditions in China. I hope you like it and found it interesting. Do you have any questions?
Okay, Kalamgaz, Salma, and Alina, I have a question for you. Why do the Chinese use red in their wedding dress?
Red in Chinese culture symbolizes prosperity, good luck, and happiness.
Sorry. What gift is customary to give at a wedding?
Picking out a gift for Chinese wedding usually is pretty simple. That's because they usually give money. They give a red envelope called hongbao.
Okay, my turn. What color is customary to make invitation?
The Chinese wedding invitation is typically red with gold lettering.
Okay, thank you. Your presentation was very interesting for us. I like it.
Yes, me too.
Thank you for your attention.